favor the old first take. Are we rolling?
We've been rolling.
Oh man, what is up everyone? I'm back from the dead. Sorta. My immune system is not okay right now. From rhabdo, then I had a fever, then Rob got me sick, so excuse my voice, but we're gonna pretend that I sound amazing right now. But today is a really, really intense day because I'm finally allowed to train, sorta, just not super heavy, so make sure I'm not going too heavy. That is gonna be my special guest job, Tiffany Casaquin. She is one of our all-time favorite superstar REL athletes, but she is here actually filming her own trainer that you guys will be seeing. You can also see that on the Run Everything Labs. So I just broke, I don't know if there was like, I don't know if like we were keeping it a secret, but secret's out. She's doing a little online trainer, and I think it's a free downloadable trainer too. So you could do both of ours. Kill yourself too. But we are doing back today, and back is always one of those workouts that no matter how many exercises you do, it never feels like enough. So I'm gonna try to simplify it as best I can, just like we do with every other body part. So just like we do with shoulders, like we work our anterior, we work our medial, we work our posterior, our chest, we work our upper chest, middle chest, lower chest. We're gonna try to do that the same way with back because our back is such a huge muscle, and we're not just here to work our lats. Lats are great, but we have so many other muscles that need their time. So we're gonna kind of focus just like all the other body parts. We're gonna hit our upper back, our mid back, and then our lower back because we don't want to forget about that. So let's go.
I just came here to end. I just came here to fight. Show you everything you said I couldn't be. I became overnight. This for the blood, this is for the tears, this is for my pain and my plight. Two walked in, but only one of us is walking out of here tonight.
So first up, we're doing a little tricep because that's what I do. But we're gonna target our mid back, our lats especially. This is something, one of my favorite exercises for back. I kind of put it in every single back workout if you haven't really noticed that yet, which is a straight arm pull down. I like to throw it in the beginning, middle, wherever. It's just one of those things that isolates your lats the best. So we're gonna start with this. Big thing here is really allowing your lats to like stretch out. So when you come back, make sure that you're not too close to the cable. And really, when you come up, let your lats stretch forward. And a big thing here is so many people pull down with their arms. So if you need to, practice contracting down with your lats before you move. So before anything happens, let me lighten this up a little bit. Ow. Because this is not an arm exercise, this is not a delt exercise. So let your lats stretch, and when you're ready to go, contract down. So maybe practice a couple of those. You can kind of see my Terry's major working here. So do a couple of those to get that feeling, and then from there, you're pulling down. Arms straight. And I like to try to get just past the midline of my body. So instead of stopping here, I try to at least get my elbow back behind the midline of my body so that you're really contracting on that lat. When you come up, stretch, and then back down. So we're going to go 10 to 12 here. Nice, slow, and controlled. We'll pretend I did 12. Look how fast I was. Then we're going to, all-time favorite, the lat pull down. But we're going to do it front and back. So we're going to start front. Again, slow and controlled. You're not doing a whole lot of movement here. Bring it down. When I hold the lat pull down, I actually hold right where the bar bends. And then when we do the behind the neck pull down, I actually widen my hands. I keep my head in somewhat of a neutral position, come down, sometimes hold on your chest and bend back up. The name of the game today is actually slow and controlled today. There's a time and a purpose when I kind of go balls to the wall, but today my doctor would probably be like, Dana, slow and controlled. Take your time. Sometimes it's just, there are times where I will just, put a lot of weight on and kind of really wing the weights around, but we're gonna go slow and controlled. So we're gonna go front pull downs. Here, obviously targeting our lats, our teres minor a little bit. Then when we reverse, probably drop the weight a little bit, and I switch around so that the bar is coming straight down and you're not pulling at an angle. If I'm facing this way and doing behind the head, you end up and do one of these, and you don't want to do that. So by flipping around, we're going to be pulling straight down, keeping our head in that neutral position. I widen my hands a little bit. Ooh, short person problems. I widen my hands, head stays neutral. And this is one of those exercises that gets a lot of heat. If you don't have a whole lot of mobility in your shoulder, you can work on that. This is an excellent exercise, and it's one of my favorite, and I've been doing it for 15 years. And guess what? Knock on wood, but I've never gotten hurt doing it. So here is a little bit lighter weight, a little bit slower and controlled. So now that I said something about mobility, one thing you can work with mobility is fine. Well, this is not a flat wall, but ooh, this is kind of in the way. That's a flat wall. So find a flat wall and try to just do like a shoulder press and keep your hands and keep your everything against the wall. Some of you might only be able to go up to here, but you should be able to go all the way up, all the way down. And that can help maybe do that before you train to just get that rotator cuff, get a little bit more mobility. So 10 to 12 here, 8 to 10 front, switch around, drop the weight, 8 to 10. Tiffany's up. Hold.
In my life, a nigga, they jump my toilet. They call me nigga, that's my handle. She roll my dick like a handle. No bitch, I go to Jesus sandals. This is another momentum. Hey, look, bitch, got the back of the yeah.
So now we are heading into working our low back. So we just did our mid back with our lats. You might have seen me in there. Feel free to add some negatives in there. So I had her come down on her last rep and hold it, and then slowly just counted to 10 and told her to like let it go up, up, up. And when she reached the top, I told her if you can do one more, do one more. So feel free to add those in. If you caught that, go ahead and add that in. Now we are going to do some explosiveness. I like to add, if you've been watching, we've been adding a lot of explosiveness, especially to leg day, with like our jumping squats. And normally when I would start our workout, I would usually start out with a huge compound movement, but I like to kind of warm up before I get to like deadlifts and kind of stuff. And this is the compound of all compound movements. We are doing a deadlift row. Yes, all of the things.
Death row.
Death row, yes! That's the new name. We are doing death rows. So We're doing 8 to 10. So basically what you're doing here, now if you cannot do 135, so, because I don't want you guys, if you can only do quarters, like I'd have to be going all the way down here, which is not really a deadlift. You never deadlift from all the way down here. You deadlift usually right around like your knees. So I'm gonna show you barbell version. Tiffany is going to demonstrate the dumbbell version. You pick which way you want to do it. You can do it both ways, whatever you feel like. So this is going to be our explosive movement, because as much as isolation and slow and controlled is good, it's good to feel sort of like an athlete and add in some explosiveness, which also helps with strength. So we're doing 8 to 10 death rows. And I love that. That was a good name.
Hey, thank you.
Copyrighted by Lobo. And then we're going to do another lower back exercise, and we'll also kind of hit our upper back. So first, let's go over death rows. It is a deadlift into a barbell row. So we all know a deadlift. When we get here, we're gonna actually row. So you're actually gonna have some momentum here. So this is the full, my nose is running. Guys, I'm falling apart. I feel like such a little kid, like, guys, sorry. So all together, if you're doing with dumbbells, you're just gonna stop with the dumbbells right below your knees and then up. So dumbbell, well, I'll have you demonstrate so I can save my voice. So this is what it looks for barbell. Hand grip is what you would normally do. Your preference, some people like to go a little bit wider on their rows. I'm more just slightly outside shoulder width for my overhand. So find your hand position, bring that butt down. And the biggest thing here, because this is a low back exercise, is keeping that neutral spine position. So we're here and head stays neutral, everything stays neutral. So I'm not bringing my head up, I'm not arching, you're just going, okay? So keep that lower back super, 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 super duper tight. And then we're just adding a row to it, which will target that mid back again. So it's gonna look a little bit something like this. I haven't done these in a while. Ready? Nose was running every single time. It was like drip, 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 drip. Woo! You're gonna be a little winded, and then we're gonna head over to, if you have one of these, I will show you a variation. This is gonna, now we just worked our lower back. Grab, what are these, 5s? 5, I'm out of breath now. Deal with it. We're gonna do Y raises with a static back extension. So you're gonna hold here, tighten your back, tighten your glutes, and then you're just Y. Y. So you're just making a Y with your arms. Here we're gonna hit our rear delts, little infraspinatus, little teres major, pretty much that upper back and trap area. If you don't have one of these, I will show you the next variation if I don't die. Do you see how winded I get just trying to talk? Whew, you can do this. Actually on a bench is probably a lot harder too. You're just gonna wrap your legs on the under part and you just hold here. And then up and almost like a Superman. So, I actually kind of like this one better. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah. So if you just look on the side of how my legs, you're just gonna hook your legs underneath the bench, kind of come up in your little Superman, tighten your glutes, tighten your lower back, grab your 5 or 10 pound plates, and you're just making a Y. I like it better here. Fuck that. Yeah. So Tiffany is gonna show you while I catch my breath. So you wanna stand so you have room. So same thing, I'll help you as you go. Cause have you ever done something like this?
Nope. No, and these are really light.
Those are
Great
actually
30s.
75s that she has in her hands. So you're just gonna come, when you start, you're gonna start like here.
Should I have the weights to the side?
Yeah, so
Or
like I
a
would be
little diagonal?
here.
Okay.
Yeah, so on a dumbbell, generally like I would keep them closer to me because that's how I row. With a barbell, I kind of have my elbows a little bit wider, but if I had dumbbells, I kind of bring my elbows back a little bit more. So you're still keeping that neutral spine position. You're doing the same thing. And because you're not going all the way to the ground, you just stop when the dumbbells are just right below your knees. So I'll help you out. Come down. And then up in one motion and pull. But don't strain all the way out. So you're gonna keep your knees a little bit bent. Perfect. Simple and easy as that. So you're keeping that low back super duper tight. You're gonna feel it. Do you feel it?
I feel it.
And that is the dumbbell variation. So those are tough. And although you might not feel it as hard as much in your mid back, I want you, this is our lower back exercise. So I want you to feel it in your lower back. So you're keeping that, your lower back as tight as you possibly can. Keep that neutral position. Don't move your head around. It's gonna stay about the same. And then you're just adding a row to it. Explosive power, because we're athletes. So, and then you can pick, you can try either one.
I'm gonna try both.
Yeah, see which one you like. You at home, try which one you like. If you have one of the hyper, if you have a hyper, I feel like I wish I was just out a little bit more, that's why. But I think it's almost as far down as it can go. Maybe it can go maybe one more down. But
No, it's not.
I actually like it on the bench a little bit more. So try both, see which one you like. So 8 to 10, and then about 10 to 12 here. Yep. And here we're working our, yep, you're just making a nice Y. You can even like straighten your arms out a little bit more like a YY. Yep. So that hits your upper traps. And your traps go from your neck of all the way up here, and then they're all the way down here. So you have your upper traps and then your lower traps. So we're targeting, when we're doing this, we're hitting the whole upper traps out to your rear delt, into your teres major and minor, yeah, under your and your scapula, all the muscles around there with your rhomboids. Just throwing names at you. Look them up if you don't know them. Let's go. Guys, are you all right now? Because I'm not. Oh my God, it's another one of those workouts where I was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the best. And we're dying. I think it was that explosiveness. So now we're gonna go back to isolation. Oh, if I could breathe a little bit, we are going to do a landmine press, perpendicular and parallel. I'm gonna do it on T-bar. If you don't have a T-bar, you can simply just position a barbell in a corner and you're gonna do the same thing. So for the first part, I guess I'll start this way. So we're gonna stand perpendicular to your bar. So your body's basically facing it. You're gonna grab with one arm, so we're gonna do one arm each, and you're not gonna switch until you did both exercises. So for the first one, we're gonna keep our elbow super duper wide, and so that we're targeting our rear delts, our upper traps, your upper part of the back. So we hit our mid, we just hit our lower back, now we're gonna hit our upper back, but then when we turn, we're gonna go back to mid. So we're gonna go from here, so this is our perpendicular, And you're actually gonna work a little bit of your obliques and abs too. So to keep your back nice and stiff, nice and tight. And because we just did lower back, you're gonna feel this in your lower back as well. So keep that tight, neutral position. You're going right here. Sometimes when it gets heavy, I might even brace myself a little bit. Keeping that elbow super wide. This is the perpendicular. Again, you're going about 10 to 12. And when we switch, this is our parallel. I position myself on one side. We're not switching our hands. You're gonna grab, same here, and you're going up toward, whoa, make sure this doesn't hit you in your face. And now we're out to our side. This, you're gonna feel a little bit more in your lower back and definitely your abs. So keep everything super tight. So perpendicular and then our parallel. Here, our elbow's coming straight back. So our first one, elbow is here. Second one, we tuck our elbow straight back. The big thing with back is variation. Different angles, hitting, well, it goes with everything. Same with delts, same with chest. Different grips, different angles. Your back is very intricate. There's so many muscles. So to hit all of those muscles, not just the ones that you see on top, like your traps and your lats, you got everything underneath it. You got your rhomboids, you got Kaya working, your infraspinatus, your teres minor and major. All those little detail muscles make it count. Everyone's ruined my video. So we'll go anywhere from 8 to 12. Kaya, I'm doing a video.
Sorry. I had to go to the bank.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Rob Bailey.
Came to do legs, right?
I'm training legs today.
He's gonna train legs.
In my jeans.
I'm sweaty. So perpendicular, elbow out, parallel, tuck that elbow, keep it close to your side, elbow back. And then, so right side, or whatever side. I always start with my non-dominant. Whatever side, you always have your better side. So my right side's my better side, so I would probably start on my left. I'm out of breath. You're up. So elbow super, super high and wide. Yep. And it's all about like how you want to position your feet is how you feel comfortable. So if you look from the back, you can see all the muscles that are working up in your upper back, upper traps. And again, a lot of times this is enough weight that you don't even really need to add a whole lot of weight.
It's good.
So before she switches to the other side, we're gonna do the same hand, parallel. So this is just like you would do a regular dumbbell row. You're pulling back towards your pocket, keeping that elbow nice and tucked. And then you wanna get that elbow as far back as you can. So even though we're working still up here, now we're getting a little bit more of your lat action. So then you switch the other arm. I don't take it easy on my guests.
No, I can tell.
My last guest was terrified the entire time, but she's a power lifter, so I don't blame her. She couldn't count past 5. And we do sets of lots. Good, nice and wide. Yep. Turn. I'm fine. She's fine, guys. She's pretending. She's pretending. Pretending is really, really hard.
It's you guys are gonna be fine.
It's totally okay.
This is gonna hit me in the face 100%.
No, you just make sure your face is out of the way. That's one of the tips. One of the many tips. Make sure your face is out of the way. Good. Now you get to rest. Now it is my turn. And I'm probably we might not even have to add weight here. Yeah, we're totally good here.
crazy.
Yep. Three more. Special guest Rob Bailey's in the house.
You're supposed to be resting.
I am.
You know I'm going to see this video on the internet.
I got cleared. I'm not going that heavy. The only thing I went a little hard on was...
No, it has nothing to do with heavy. It has to do with intensity of the workout.
This isn't that intense.
Guys.
See how low I'm going?
I don't want to watch this whole video. Can you just rat her out in the comments section and tell me if she's following directions or not?
On the death row, I did not follow it.
Never mind, you don't even need to. When you die, no one's going to be sad. We're all going to be like, we told you so.
No, they will be sad. Will you guys be sad? Yes. Next up, we're gonna do shake weights.
Shake weight is the flab bus.
Remember that?
I'm feeling it in my chest.
We're going to hit rear delts because your rear delts are behind you. So I like to hit them on shoulder day. I also like to hit a little bit on back day. This guy's just in the background. Just in the background. So I'm gonna do them a seated version. You can also do them standing. There's different ways you can also do flies or rear delt flies. Find the way you can also do both. You can do a neutral position where your hands are in the middle of the weights. I like to do them this way. Sometimes I'll switch between them where one set is this way where your palms are basically facing the ground at the top. And then sometimes I like to put my hands all the way at the back of the weight, and then you're going to have your pinkies come up so that your palms are facing behind you. Sometimes, again, it's all about variations. Switching your hand position can target different parts of your back. If you don't know, if you can't feel which one feels better, you can also do both. You could do 5 and 5, you could do 10 and 10, you could do one set with one grip, one set a different grip. The world is yours. You choose the way you want to do it. So we're going 10 to 12 here. Again, come down. I don't like to go all the way down. I try to keep a little bit of tension, so I usually stop right about here. So it's almost like a 3/4 rep. So your top, stop. So here, there's still a little tension on. So you're going 10 to 12 here. Then another favorite exercise is our face pull. Again, I do this on shoulder day and back day. It's working your upper traps, which make up a huge part of your back. They stem from here and they go all the way down to here. So from here, how you hold it, it's completely up to you. The biggest thing is I like to focus right here, and that is coming right towards my eyeballs. So as you come down, I lean back just a little bit, and then you're pulling out this way. So your elbows come out instead of coming back. So elbows out. So that when you end, this whole part of your arm should be facing. Not that the other way is wrong. You can do it that way too. I always feel like everything has to be how you feel it. So test it out. I give you what works for me, and then you test it out. I give you different variations, test them all out, See which one you like a little bit more. So you're here. Oh, this seat has to come down, sorry. Needs to be perfect. Lean back just a little bit. Notice there's not much movement, so you're not moving with it. So you're here and really pull with your upper back, rear delts. Home stretch. This probably felt like an eternity. Felt like an eternity for me. So, last thing to hit our mid back, our lats. We're gonna do a seated row. I want you to do an overhand, some sort of, now I'm gonna use this little fancy bar. If you ever seen like, now this is made by Prime. I've also saw Mag Grips does a really cool one. This is just a cool variation, but basically just want you to do an overhand, somewhat shoulder width, because our next exercise, because I'm all about changing the hands and the grips and the placement of things. So we're gonna go overhand, nice, slow, controlled, really focus on the squeeze. And then we're gonna go right here to a dumbbell row with your chest supported, so that you're taking all momentum completely out. And because we're doing overhand here and you're using dumbbells here, your dumbbells are at a neutral grip. So I'm trying to think of some pointers. I can't think of pointers right now. They'll come to me maybe when I do it. A lot of times I'm not against, I'm all against every different variation of doing a seated row. I've done some where I come all the way down. I actually put plates back here so I can actually stretch even a little bit more. Today we're not gonna really focus on stretching. It's more or less just keeping that position. But sometimes it's nice to add in a couple like really long stretches and then you come back with it. But for our sake, and because I don't feel like getting plates and putting them underneath my feet, we're going to keep our spine in a neutral position. So you're not bringing it down with you. You're gonna stay nice and tight. Your elbows as close to your sides as you can. Target those lats. And then you wanna get them as far back as you possibly can if you wanna get that mid back. If you're only trying to work the lats, you can actually just stop right here. If you have enough mid back, that's fine. Right here is where I feel it down the center of my back. But if you're working, if you want to build those lats a little bit more, you're actually going to shorten the movement. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that up to you. I don't know, man, maybe you can spice it up, but if I just want to target my lats, right here is lats. You don't need to go any further. If I want to get a little bit more of that trap region, I squeeze a little bit more and get those elbows behind me. But if you're looking for traps, or not traps, lats, you can stop right here, because that's all lats. Lats. Or you can squeeze a little bit more. You can do a variation of both. Maybe one, stop a little short. Maybe two, really clinch back. But either way is actually good. So pick what you need to work on the most. If you need to work on lats the most, you can stop a little bit short. So you're coming here, because that keeps the tension on the lats. When you go back, it actually goes off the lats, and then it goes more in your mid back. When we come over here, I'm going on just a very, very minimal incline, almost like you were doing like a seal row, but I don't have a seal row. But if you have long arms, and it's flat, you're probably gonna bottom out. So I just put it up on the lowest position. And here, grab your dumbbells. And we're pulling back towards our pockets. here again, we're working that mid back and lats. So the swing forward, so you come forward, come back towards your pocket. So figure out like where, like these are stretch pants, so I don't have pockets, but right about where your pocket would be. So that this is your stretch forward. Elbows come back, lead with your elbow, back towards your pocket. Swing forward, not swing, but let it relax forward. Elbow back, hand towards your pocket. Okay? I don't remember what I said for reps or whatever, but it's probably about 10 to 12. 4 sets, 10 to 12, go right to here, 10 to 12. And we're almost done. Then we're gonna hit a couple biceps, and then we're out.
The daylight, lightning and the thunder, sun, moon, the stars and the hunger, abundance in bundles, blessings and troubles, towers and tunnels, views and valleys, waves and peaks, streets you from sun, planet Earth.
We're finishing off with some biceps. Anyway, cause you like that? You like that? Yeah. So we're doing, because the whole workout, all of back is biceps, just hitting different variations. So all your pull downs is basically like you're doing a reverse grip curl. So we're gonna hit them real quick, real hard, just to finish them off. So we're doing a tri-set. We're gonna do close grip chins. And I don't want you to come all the way down, because we already hit our back. We don't need to hit any more back. We're done with back. We're moving on to biceps. So close grip, chin, so you're doing an underhand grip, and when you come up, you're just getting your chin to the bar. When you extend, I don't want you to extend all the way down. You're actually gonna keep all the tension on your biceps the whole time. The closer your grip actually keeps more tension on your biceps too. The wider starts getting more towards your back. So we're doing a close grip, underhand, chins till failure. You're going up fast, and I want you to come down slow. On this, I don't want you to get a whole lot of reps. I want you to get like 5, and that's it. No more, because I want you to go slow, so slow on the way down that like maybe you only get 3 reps. That's cool. Less reps. Focus on the negative. So what I want to see right here, underhand grip, come up, and then you're gonna come really, really slow down. Don't come all the way down to straighten. You're gonna come right about here and then back up. Slow on the way down and then back up. Slow on the way down and back up. Woo! And I'm almost done there. If you need to, if you can't do these all by itself, feel free to strap up a, sorry, I'm just thinking of this stuff on the fly. You can do it assisted as well. Just put your legs in between. So I just usually put like one knee, and this will take so much pressure off. But then I expect you to do more reps. Let me move this over a little bit. So just put like one knee in, same thing. This is just gonna help you on the way up. I still want you to work that negative on the way down. Okay? So that's the assisted way. Then we're gonna go to drag curls. I'm gonna use a barbell. You do not need to use a barbell, so I will show you the other variation. So a drag curl, you're basically dragging the bar against your, I wish I had a longer stomach, or a longer stomach. I wish I had a longer shirt, because I'm basically gonna drag, sounded so funny. She got a kick out of it. I wish I had a longer stomach. So this is more of about a shoulder width. Here your elbows are actually gonna come back. So instead of like coming this way where your elbows come forward, your elbows are gonna come back to bring that bar, and it's a little bit smaller of a movement. So this is like a regular, we're coming here, here. See, this is why I wish I had a longer stomach. So elbows come back, and you're just dragging up your belly. After that, now we'll go to a wide. So you're doing a dumbbell wide curl. So we got our close, and we'll finish off with the wide. So I do a supinated hand, so your palms are facing out, and when you come up, you keep them, I guess, facing towards you. So keep the dumbbells super wide. So chins to failure, focus on the negative, super slow on the way down, up fast. You go to, oh, I didn't show you the drag curl. If you can't do a 45-pound bar, you may also do it on a cable. Same way, but you have the choice of going a little bit later than 40 pounds. So elbows come back, and you just keep that bar right next to you. And then go to your dumbbells and wide. I'm gonna get yelled at again.
Guys, hi, Rob Bailey again.
Special guest Rob Bailey and Kaya.
You still training?
It's their training. I'm not. I'm faking it. This is the last
We're
one.
gonna lose her, guys. And we lost.
Special guest Rob Bailey.
I'll bury you in the backyard.
This is for them. I'm doing it for you guys. So Tip's gonna start us up. We are doing this to failure. Go to your drag curls. You're doing 8 to 10 drag curls, and then 8 to 10 wide curls. Slow on the way down, a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, back up. 1, 2, 3, back up. 1, 2, 3, back up. Yep. I only want you to get like a max. Don't feel like if you only get 3, like I'm probably only gonna get 3. Like I don't really want you to get that many. Like if you're doing like 10, either you're not going slow enough, or maybe you didn't work out back that hard enough. That's probably what it is. But you should be completely exhausted because we've used our biceps this entire time. So nice, good. Elbows are back, and you're just, wish you had a longer belly, don't you? Concentrate. We are so serious right now.
I think I'm a little tad delirious at this point.
Alright, and then your wide curl. So
How does this weight feel for you?
It was pretty easy. This is actually 15 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually 15s.
I get a little worried.
So elbows stay at your side. And here. Yep. I didn't notice we're wearing the same pants today. It's okay to shake it out. Guys, well that is it. I want to thank you, Tiffany, for bearing my workout. How was it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
17.
100,000% that she loved it is what she meant to say. So if you don't follow Tiffany, here's her Instagram. You're gonna put it right here. Da, da, da. Go follow Tiff. She's rad. One of our awesome athletes at Run Everything Labs, where you get all your best supplements. Until next time, without further ado, I bid you farewell and good luck with this workout because you're gonna be dead.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray.